Very good morning, students. For this lecturing video session, I am going to solve one more problem from roller, that is action reactions. So in the previous video, I taught you how to solve if problem says a single roller with tension and with convex, and to find the tension force and the reactions. Here I have come up with one more problem from action and reactions chapter. Here if you look at it, two cylinders which is fixed in a single chamber, right? Let me just read out the question and extract as much as information given in the question. Two cylinders of diameter 25, dia is nothing but diameter 25 centimeter and 70 centimeter, weighing 50 Newton and 200 Newton respectively, are placed as shown in figure. Assume all the contact surfaces to be smooth, find its reactions. Right. This is the picture. It illustrates the two cylinder which is being placed in the chamber. Right. And the diameter of the smaller cylinder is of 25 centimeters. So the given data, the diameter of the small one, let me just take this as O1 because it resembles, it specifies O1, right? So let me just take this as dO1 equal to 25 centimeter. Then what about R01 in that case scenario? R is equal to D by 2, therefore D by 2 which will be 12.5 centimeter. Then dO2 equal to 70 centimeter, 70 centimeter. And RO2 equal to half of the diameter. R is equal to D by 2, therefore 35 centimeter. So look at here, it specifies that each cylinders, that is a O1 is weighing 50 Newton and O2 is of 200 Newton weight. So W01 equal to 50 Newton, 50 Newton. WO2 is of 200 Newton. So these are the given information which is reflecting in this question. So to proceed, we need to draw the FBD, that is free body diagram, right? Next, to find what needs to be found here, all the reaction of force, to find the reactions. So reaction, look at here, the cylinder is in contact with this chamber, that is O5, there will be a reaction. And look at here in the bottom, the cylinder is in contact, therefore there will be a reaction. And between the cylinders there is a contact, therefore here one more reaction would be there. And look at O4, you have the contact and there will be a reaction. So all the reactions, so reactions, reactional force, reaction forces, reactions, right? So in order to draw the FBD, one must know the forces. What are the forces and reaction which will cover in the FBD? First one is the applied force, or let me just start with own weight or self weight. Self weight of the object. The second one is applied force. Applied force. The third one is reactions. Reactions. And the fourth one is tension. If there is any string which is used to hold or tie the particular cylinder, or by using a bar it is used to tie, or by cable it is used to tie the cylinder or the rollers, right? As far as this case is concerned, there is no bar or there is no string attached to it. Therefore, there won't be any tension force which will act in this particular problem, right? Only these three forces. The first one is self weight, the second one is applied forces, and the third one is reactions. Here as such, I mean, there is no applied force. There is no applied force. So this also be eliminated. Only the self weight and reaction would act on these cylinders. Right. Let me just draw the FBD. Right. So before that, let me just draw the diagram by mentioning this. This is a chamber wherein a roller which has been placed here, and another one roller was being placed here. So the chamber is in this position. Right. This is the center. This is the center. This is O1. This is O2. And this contact point is O3. And this one is O4. And here it is O5. And the bottom is O6. So I need to know the inclination here. So look at here. How many reactions would be here? Here there will be a reaction, that is R06 towards, because here is the contact, right? So its reaction will act towards the point and its own weight will act, which is of 50 Newton. And here is one contact, therefore this reaction will be there. This is R05. And here there is one reaction which will act in this manner towards point, which would be R03. And let's move to the second one, wherein its self weight will act of 200 Newton. And here one contact between the cylinders, therefore it will be have a reaction which will be of R03. And here one reaction which is of R04. So remember, always the reaction, when the body in contact, there will be a reaction which will act towards the point or center. Got it? So now I need to know the inclination of this reaction, because that is inclined. If you just connect center to center, that is inclined. So if you look at here, if you just connect here, this inclination we need to know. This inclination we need to know. Right? How to find that inclination? Just observe carefully. If I connect this, I'll get a triangle. If I connect this, I'll get a triangle. Look at here. If I just connect it, I'll get a triangle. So, with this I can find this theta. With this I can find the theta. Let me just draw the triangle in a detailed manner. This is theta and this one is O1 and this one is O2. I need to know either this side and this side, or this side and this side, or this side and this side. If I get two data, I would be in a position to find the value of theta. If I know either of these two, then only I could in a position to find the value of theta, inclination, right? For which, let me just tell you what would be the distance between O1 and O2. So up to O1 to O3, that is the radius of the cylinder 1, and O3 to O2, that is the radius of the cylinder O2, right? So O1 to O3 is the radius of cylinder 1 and O3 to O2 is the radius. Let me just mention here in order not to confuse you. So here is the radius of O2. So what is the radius of O1? Which is 12.5. That means 12.5 plus what is radius O2? 35. That is 35. So if you just sum of these two would be 47.5. What is the unit here? It is in centimeter. So 47.5 is the distance between O1 and O2. And this can be found. Between O1 and this point can be found. Just observe carefully. If this entire distance is 80, you just extend this line, extend this line. What would be this distance? From O2, this is nothing but the RO2, RO2. That is the radius of this distance. Right? Radius. Right? And let me just make it this as small r. So because reaction we used to mention in capital R. So let me just mention this as small r. That is RO2. Then what would be the distance from O1 to this one? That is the radius of the cylinder 1. That can be denoted as R01. So can you find this distance now? Yes. The distance could be 80 minus R01 minus R02. If you just do it, you will get the distance between O1 and O2. Got it? So that could be 80 minus 12.5 minus 35. Right. If you just calculate this, you will get 32.5 centimeter. Now, since I know the two sides of this triangle, then easily I can find the value of theta. So the theta equal to, here the values are in adjacent side and the hypotenuse. So I can use cos theta. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos theta is equal to 32.5 divided by 47.5. 47.5. Therefore, theta is equal to cos inverse of 32.5 divided by 47.5. If you just feed all these values in the calculator, you will get the value in degree of 46.8 degree. 46.8 degree. 46.8 degree. So the angle is 46.8. Now let me just draw individual FBD for roller 1 and roller 2. Right? So because the chapter says all the forces need to be of concurrent. Look at here. All the forces will point towards O1 for this one, and this FBD2. This will be considered as FBD1 and this will consider as FBD2, because here the forces are acting towards the point, or passing through that point. Here the passing through the point or acting on the point. Let me just take FBD1 for O1. FBD for O1. So let me just take this one. So where you have the self weight and only reactions. How many reactions are there as far as this is concerned? 1, 2, 3 reactions are there and one self weight is acting. Right? So let me just take the O1. Its self weight O1, its self weight is acting in this direction, which is of 50 Newton, which is of 50 Newton. Got it? And O6 is acting in this way. O6, this line of action, that is reaction at 0,6. And look at here, this should be perpendicular to this chamber, this side wall. So which could be in this manner, which is of R05. Got it? Then what about R03, which is of inclination 46.8, which is of 46.8. This is R03 and the inclination is of 46.8 degree. 46.8 degree. Right. Let me just draw FBD for 2. FBD for O2 cylinder. This is for O1 cylinder and this is for O2, the second cylinder. Look at here, how many reactions are there? One reaction towards the point O2, and another one is from O4, and one self weight. Right. Let me just draw the circle here. That is of O2, that is a O2 cylinder. Its own weight, first you just mark the own weight or the self weight, which is of magnitude 200 Newton. and its reaction, which would be perpendicular to this wall. So this could be in this manner. RO4. RO4. And look at this reaction at O3, that is towards the point with some inclination. RO3. What is the inclination? If this is theta, what about this? This is also theta. If I just draw a line, this value is theta. If you draw a parallel line to this horizontal line, this would be theta. The same thing, if this is 46.8, naturally this also 46.8, isn't it? So that is applicable here. So this would be of 46.8 degree. Got it? Right. Now let me just draw the resolution force diagram here in order to calculate further, that is to resolve the horizontal forces and vertical forces for both cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. You just observe carefully how I am going to proceed. This one I am just going to draw in this manner. Right. So look at here, this one weight which will act vertically downwards of 50 Newton. And this force, that is R03, which is acting towards the point, and its nearest horizontal could be in this manner, which is of RO3 cos component, because the horizontal component is considered as cos component, so which could be cos 46.8 degree. And its vertical could be vertically downwards. Its vertical could be vertically downwards, that is a negative y direction, which is of R03. Vertical component is a sine component, sine 46.8. Got it? Now 1, 2, 3 forces have been captured here. Let me just capture R05, which is moving towards the positive x direction, which is of RO5. And look at here, the force that is the reaction force which is acting towards the point, that is the vertical direction, is of R06. This minus direction, this is positive direction, this is negative direction. This is a resolution force diagram. Let me just move to the cylinder O2, wherein I am going to mention in the same manner. Look at here, this one weight naturally act vertically downwards of 200 Newton, and a reaction RO4 which is acting towards the point, therefore it is traveling to the negative x direction, RO4. Got it? Now this RO3 which is of inclined reaction, so you should consider two components, one is vertical, the other one is horizontal component. Its nearest vertical could be upwards. So of magnitude RO3 sine 46.8 degree. And its nearest horizontal component could be in the positive x direction, which is of magnitude R03 cos 46.8. This direction is positive sign, here it is positive sign, here it is negative sign, here it is negative sign. Right. So I completed the free body diagram and the resolution force diagram. Let me just wipe off the balance items here because I don't have sufficient space in the board. That's the reason I'm just wiping off here. Let me just wipe off this also. So now I'm going to proceed further. So look at here, from where to proceed. I have couple of free body diagrams, right? FBD for cylinder 1 and FBD for cylinder number 2. Look at here, how many unknowns are there as far as O1 is concerned. Here 1, 2, 3 unknowns are there. right? Or O6, or O3, or O5 are the three unknowns. When you just come to the FBD2, look at here, 2 unknowns are there. That is R03 and R04. Where you have minimum unknowns, from there you will have to proceed. So I am going to consider FBD 02. So considering FBD O2, that is cylinder O2, right? So when there is an unknown forces, what condition need to be applied? The equilibrium condition needs to be applied here. That means applying equilibrium condition. Applying equilibrium conditions. What do you mean by equilibrium, by the way? When a body is said to be equilibrium, when the resultant of all the forces acting on it is 0. That means if resultant is 0, naturally summation H and summation V would be 0, right? So summation H is equal to 0, summation V equal to 0, therefore R is equal to 0. So I am going to resolve the horizontal forces first. Horizontal forces. Summation H is equal to 0. Right? Summation H is equal to 0. So we have considered FBD O2. So let me just consider the resolution force diagram of cylinder 2. Look at here. Which are, how many horizontal forces are there? 1, 2 horizontal forces are there. Right? So total forces 1, 2, 3. So this is inclined one, therefore total all put together 4. That is as far as O3 is concerned, 2 components. One is vertical and the other horizontal. So all put together 4 forces are there. After this, look at here, 2 forces which is acting horizontally. RO4 is in the negative direction. So R04 minus R04. Look at here, there's a point. This arrow is heading towards the minus X direction. So it carries minus symbol. Right. Then next, look at the R03 which is pointing towards the positive X direction. Therefore plus R03 cos 46.8. Right. So if you just make the equation in this manner, I can just do it in this manner. So this can be written as, this is positive direction and this is in the negative direction. So this can be written as cos 46.8 minus R04 as equation number 1. As equation number 1. Got it? Next, summation of V equal to 0. Summation of V equal to 0. When you just try to resolve all the vertical forces, look at here. How many vertical forces are there? 1 and 2. Let me just equate here. This is in positive direction, that is going upwards, so positive. So RO3 sin 46.8, right? And look at here, this weight, the self weight which is acting vertically downwards, which is heading towards the minus Y direction. Therefore, it carries minus symbol. It carries minus symbol. If you just equate this, R03 equal to, if you just, this is equal to 0, isn't it? And this is equal to 0. Equal to 0. If you just bring this R00 in the right hand side, this could be R00 equal to 200 divided by sin 46.8, which should be, if you just feed this value in the calculator, you will get R03 in terms of Newton 274.73 newtons. Right? R03 value is 274.73 newtons. Just substitute this R03 value in equation number 1. Substitute R03 value in equation number 1. Right. So you just substitute all this value, then you will get RO3 is 274, isn't it? That is 274.73 into cos 46.8 equal to, when you just take that right hand side, this would be R04. Therefore, RO4 equal to, if you just feed this value in the calculator, you will get something around 186.8 Newton. 186.8 Newton. So, by considering the FBD of cylinder 2, I have found the values of reaction O3 and reaction O4. Now I am going to consider the FBD of 1. So now I am going to consider the FBD of O1. Considering the FBD of O1. So same manner, you just, because here lot of unknowns are there. When unknown forces are there, you have to apply the equilibrium condition here. Applying equilibrium conditions, which would be summation H is equal to 0, summation B equal to 0, and the resultant R is equal to 0, isn't it? Now I am going to consider or to resolve all the horizontal forces, that is summation H is equal to 0. I am going to sum of all the horizontal forces as far as the FBD of cylinder 1 is concerned. Look at here, how many horizontal forces are there as far as the cylinder 1 is concerned? The one in the first quadrant, one force which is acting towards the negative x direction, which carries the negative sign RO3 cos 46.8. Let me just move to the second quadrant, wherein a force which is acting towards the positive direction, which carries positive sign of RO5. Is there any horizontal forces? No, nothing is there. So now I have already found the value of RO3, right? So just substitute that value here. That is minus 274.73 cos 46.8 plus RO5 equal to 0. If you just calculate this, bring this value in the right hand side, this negative becomes positive. So RO5 becomes 188.06 Newton. If you just feed this value in your calculator, you will get the value of RO5 in terms of Newton, right? So now I am going to resolve all the vertical forces. That is summation V is equal to 0. Let me just look at the resolution force diagram. Look at here. As far as the first quadrant is concerned, two forces which is acting vertically downwards of magnitude minus 50. That is minus 50. The reason behind, the arrow is heading towards the minus y axis. Therefore, it carries negative symbol. The next force which is also heading towards the negative y axis, the magnitude is R03 sin 46 minus RO3 sin 46.8. Right. Next, in the second quadrant, nothing is there. Third quadrant is also nothing is there. In the fourth quadrant, I have a force wherein it is acting towards the positive y direction of magnitude RO6 plus RO6. Got it? So RO3 value is known from, I consider the FBD2. From there, I found the value of RO3 as 274.73. Just substitute that value here equal to 0 here, right? So that means minus 50 minus 274.73 into cos 46.8 plus RO6. If you just substitute that, let me just bring this value in the right hand side. So both will have negative, negative. So negative, negative get cancelled. So if you just calculate by using your calculator, you will get the RO6 value as 250.26 Newton. So as far as the diagram is concerned, how many unknowns were there? 1, 2, 3 and 4 unknowns. That is RO3, RO5, RO6 and RO4. So I have found all the values. Look at here, RO3 I have found, RO4 has been found, RO5 and RO6. So it's very simple where to start and how to start you should know before you proceed further. First you will have to understand the drawing, then from there you will have to draw the free body diagram, then resolution force diagrams. In this resolution force diagram, which one to start? Suppose you have 2 cylinders, then you will have 2 FBDs, 2 free body diagrams. Where you have minimum unknown, from there you will have to proceed. Suppose in place of 2 cylinders, suppose you have 3 cylinders or 3 rollers. If you draw, after drawing the FBD, which one has minimum unknown, from there you will have to proceed. So as far as this case is concerned, cylinder 2 which had only 2 unknowns, whereas in the cylinder 1 I had 3 unknowns. So I proceeded with the FBD2. By solving this, I found the values of R03 and R04. Then what I did, then I considered the cylinder 2, that FBD. From there I just resolved all the horizontal and vertical forces by applying the equilibrium condition. There I found the values. So after this, what you have to do? You have to write the result. You have to result. That is R03, how much value? R03, whatever value you got it here. Then R04, how much value in terms of Newton? R5 and R06. So much of Newton, so much of Newton, so much of Newton, so much of Newton. And RO6, so much of Newton. So as I told you, you'll have to just divide this problem into 4. The first one is given data, the second one is to find, the third one is solution, and not last but the least one, that is result. So this is the format you will have to follow. Hope you have all understood how to solve a problem from the chapter action and reaction when you have 2 cylinders in a chamber or in a container. Thank you.